Start here with Coach Joe Case of the West Green Buffaloes. We begin the playoff schedule, traveling out to Cumberland Gap, face a 7-3 Panther team. Coach, your team faced off with Cumberland Gap at home earlier in the year, dropping that game 21-6. But from talking with your kids last week for the senior week stuff, they wish they had that one back, and they're going to get that chance. Gap's offense begins and ends with their quarterback Blake Franklin, talented kid. What does your defense need to do well Friday, Coach, to be successful?
Well, first and foremost, we've got to make sure we take care of making sure all our assignments are done as far as playing gap responsibility and doing what we need to do, and understanding that seven's where it works through, and as the old saying goes, cut the head off, the body will die, and we hope to keep him contained. But he's a real good football player. Other guy that concerns me is the Nance kid, who is their running back, and he does a really good job. He's the one that hurt us last time.
Okay. And are they running, what are they running on offense? Are they showing you multiple looks? Are they spread you out a little bit? Or?
Spread, and they run, trips and doubles, and sometimes they'll go empty. They've also ran what we call lightning, two-back a little bit, but they run a lot more than they had in the past because they got the ability to do it. So, good back to quarterback and stuff, but it's something that kind of reminds you a little bit of Greenville as far as what they do, because they like to run, and they'll hit you with the pass to keep you honest and stuff a little bit. It kind of reminds me of that, but they're very capable of what they do. Great.
And who are you specifically calling out on your defensive side of the ball to step up and have a big game in the playoffs if you guys are going to move on?
I hope everybody.
Yeah.
But we got some guys that I think that haven't reached their full potential yet. I think Jalen's coming along this year. I think Cody Burnham is a guy that we expect to step up and make some plays, along with Big Austin Long, and then Bayless Kinzer playing some at our nose man, and then along with Lucas Pratt, and then of course our outside linebackers and inside linebackers with James Marshall, and Cameron Key, and a few of those guys need to have big games along for secondary.
Sure. And you guys are familiar with each other, both these teams. Is there a thought of putting in a special wrinkle or anything like that on the defense, or are you just going to do what you do?
Well, if you know West Green football the past couple of years, we're not going to change a whole lot. If somebody wants to change, they can change for us. But we're not going to change a whole lot, because you start changing things, kids get confused a lot of times.
Sure.
So we try to keep it simple as we can, and we'll adjust to some things, but we've got some. It just goes along with what we do on defense.
Great. Thanks, Coach. And let's pivot to the offensive side of the ball. The growth of your offense from week 0 to now has been one of the good stories of the Greene County teams this year, in my opinion. Talk about what you guys need to do well on Friday on the offensive side of the ball if you're going to be successful.
Protect the football.
Yeah.
Last time we played them, we had 4 turnovers, and 2 of those turnovers were critical times and gave them short fields. And another time was we're driving in, and our running back's running in to score and fumbles the football, and they recovered as we're running in to score, and that's a big momentum changer. And we had a turnover on downs at the end of the first half, in which we had a little miscommunication, and we had a chance to score right there on the 1-yard line and didn't. So we felt like we left 14 points out there and gave them 14 points really. And that's something we got to keep from doing this year, because they're a good football team. Good football teams capitalize on mistakes of other teams.
Sure. And same question, who are you calling out on your offensive side to have that big game?
Offensive line.
Yeah.
Offensive line's key for us. I think Austin's done a good job as far as our quarterbacks doing things. We're not going to try to put a whole lot on him to make a whole lot of mistakes, because that's key for us, because he's still young and still growing, but he has matured a lot. We're able to do a few more things with it. Definitely offensive line, and Caleb Julian's going to have to do real well. He's done well in the passing game as far as catching some passes, but we got to get him more involved with run blocking and stuff, because he's a big guy and can move pretty good. So
great. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate the time. Good luck this week.
Thank you.